Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Tech channel, everybody. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and here we are with our Forza Horizon 5 series. I had to restart my stream because one of the viewers pointed out that my mic wasn't working. And I hope it's working now because earlier it was showing me in my OBS that it's working completely fine, but nobody was able to hear me. So I restarted my streaming computer, I restarted the stream, and we're back. We're back in business. And I'm really hoping the mic is working fine now. So if you can hear me, please let me know in the comments that you can hear me. So what we were doing here in the game was building this Supra. This is my second Supra that I have. The first one is a bolt-on Supra. Has about 550 horsepower, 550 torque. Slightly modified. And this is my second Supra, which was completely stock. But this is the setup that we're putting on it. So this is what we have done so far. So we have put on every single mod on this car. And by mods, I mean, a better engine, a better racing 3-liter straight six, better brakes, better wheels, weight reduction. Only thing that we haven't done to this car is the transmission. We're leaving the transmission stock because I like the gear ratios on the stock 8-speed. And we haven't done any suspension modification because I want this car to have stock suspension because we are now gonna be having 1270 horsepower. So the stock suspension is stiff, but not as stiff as the racing suspension. So the car should have decent weight transfer when we accelerate, and that will help us hook. So once again, this is the setup that we're putting on the car. In case you missed the stream with no audio. Here we are. Let's continue. Let's put the setup on and have some fun. So weight's gonna go down, horsepower is gonna go up, and we're gonna have more grip. So now we have one Supra that is S2 915, and the other one is in S1 class, and they're both GR Supras. So the reason I went with this 3-liter straight 6 turbo because it's the same configuration as a stock engine, straight 6 turbo. Plus, it sounds like a straight 6. And it only makes a little bit less power compared to the racing V8. So this option was a no-brainer. And again, if you're watching the stream, please let me know that my mic is working fine, because to me it seems like it's working fine just like before. So yeah, let me know if you're watching. And I also noticed we have two new seasonal championships. Let me see where they are. There's one right here, and there's... Oh, I like the reward in this one. A Mercedes-Benz E63. And the other one should be here somewhere. Oh, okay. There's one over here. And the reward is a Volvo V60. And I believe there was a third one somewhere. Up here. Oh, here it is. And that looks like a Chinese Eevee. How do you say that? Xpeng? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but we got 3 championships that we're gonna attempt today. So let's have some fun with the Supra first. If I went with the drag radial tires, our 0 to 60 was gonna be 1.4 seconds. But I wanted this car to handle, So we went with racing slicks instead. Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for letting me know. You're a lifesaver. Damn, this racing straight 6 turbo really gets down. Dude, we got the widest tires on here, 315s, and this thing can barely hook. Once that boost builds up, it just freaking blows the tires right off. So we did have the option to go with a wide body kit, but of course when you put a wide body on the car, it will slow it down a little bit. I didn't want to sacrifice on the speed or by having more weight, so we are gonna be staying with the regular body. But if later down the road I decide to convert this car into like a handling car, like where it's strictly you know, for like road course and racing, we will put the wide body kit on with some wider tires and maybe even a big wing for some downforce. But for now, this is the setup. The stock transmission is honestly just fine. Like 9 out of 10 times, I always go with the 10 speed because the stock transmission on most cars are pretty like garbage, to be honest, but not on this one. The gear ratios, the shift speed, everything is just perfect. This car is a roll monster. We won't be able to do any digs because we don't have drag radials, but we can definitely do some rolls on here. Like a 60 roll, that would be awesome. Maybe in 5th gear. Hey buddy, what's up? Alright, we might have to do 80 rolls because 60 doesn't work out that good. Alright, 80 roll is a pretty high roll if you ask me. Most people don't do 80 rolls. People usually do like 40 rolls or 60 rolls, but here we are. Just because we have so much power in a light car. 80 roll in the 5th gear? Yeah, that might be the best option. That dude wants to do some digs, but unfortunately we can't do digs in this car. My best speed would be 80 in 5th gear to do a nice roll. That's when I don't break any traction. Speed up, bro. Speed up, speed up. This thing goes. Can we do 60? Nope. No chance, man. We could do 80 in 4th gear. Oh no. It's almost impossible. I feel like this dude has all-wheel drive or drag radials. He also went sideways, so we're not the only one. He went sideways and he crashed into the traffic, so we're not the only one struggling with the power. I feel like this car needs drag radials, man. Or else we won't be able to put this power down. Like, it's like damn near impossible. Let's just go do that because we already have one Supra that we can do some road course races with. You know, circuit races and all that. So this one can be strictly a drag car. Yeah, we're okay with that. I thought it would be able to put some power down, but no, man. We can't be doing 80 rolls in 5th gear. Most people don't want to do that. So let's change the tire compound here quickly. And now our 0 to 60 is going to be 1.365. No way, that's fast. That's fast for a rear-wheel drive, man. And again, this is rear-wheel drive, I'll show you. This is not all-wheel drive, man. We're still with their stock drivetrain, which is rear-wheel drive. That's crazy. This might be my fastest rear-wheel drive. So we're downgrading this car a little bit. That's totally fine. Now it's a strict drag racing car. We won't be able to do any sort of handling stuff with it. That's fine, because we have another one. We have another GR Supra. Alright, we're still on the stock gearbox, stock transmission, stock suspension. And thanks to the stock suspension, we have some suspension travel. And as you can see, when we accelerate, the car squats down. It transfers all the weight from front to back. And that's more weight on rear axle equals to traction. So that's exactly what we're looking for. Oh, dude, even with drag radials, it just lights them up. But not as bad as our slick tires. We might be able to do 60 rolls now. Let me try doing a 60 roll here. Before, we were hooking up in 5th gear. And all the gears before that were useless. So now let's see if we can hook in 3rd gear with some drag radials. I don't mind doing a launch. Hey, bro. GT3 RS? Wanna race? Let's see how well it launches. Oh, he wants to change his car. Come on, man. I wanted to race your GT3 RS. Bro, break the barrier. You gotta go faster than that. Good job. Oh, no way. You also got a Supra? Supra on Supra action? Our launch was not the best, but we're keeping up. He's not really closing the... We're not closing the gap, and he's not really getting away, so... It all came down to the launch. He launched way better than us. No way! Freaking Audi RS3. Alright, these cars are pretty close in performance. We need to work on our launch. Yeah, on paper it's 1.3 seconds, but when it actually comes to launching the car, it struggles a bit. Let's try doing a roll. Bro, let's do a roll. This car can't do digs still. Even though we got drag radials and 1.3 seconds 0 to 60 on paper. But in reality, it still kind of sucks from the launch. Where did bro go? I don't want to race the Audi. I want to race this dude. In the meantime, can I take out some air out of my rear tires? Maybe go down to 15 pounds. 15 psi, not pounds. Yeah, I'll try that. Little better. Look at that. That's my first gear. And when I shifted into second, you can see my tire track. Like every time I shifted, we gained a little bit of grip, and then we entered into the next gear. We lost traction again, and then we finally started to gain traction. Tire marks don't lie. Not bad, dude. The launch is pretty hard. Here you can see first gear, second gear, and third gear where it gains traction. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3. So it still takes 3 gears to gain traction because, you know, it's a rear-wheel drive. And it's light. Third gear 60 roll. It's perfect for a third gear 60 roll now. Much better than doing a 50 or like an 80 roll in fifth gear. We're at the right RPM, right speed. This thing is wild. Alright, here's the thing. It can go faster if we put some skinny tires up front because we have wide tires in the front. So let me do that real quick. Because since we're not really focusing on handling no more, we can definitely go with skinny tires up front. So it's a legit drag setup. So we're going to go with the skinniest possible, which is going to be the stock 255 wides. And we still have 315s at the back. Perfect. I really wonder if we can get the 0 to 60 to be even better if we go with some chassis reinforcement. Yeah, it's more weight, but it might help with the launch. So, oh dude, yep, it helps with the launch. It really helps with the launch. It's extra 100 pounds, but not bad. Zero to 100 gets better. 0 to 60 gets better. Alright. We're adding a little bit more weight. Just because it's going to help us. So we're back with our skinny tires up front and some chassis reinforcement. And let's do some launches again. Let's see if it can launch even better than before. By no means it's the fastest drag car, you know. But it's a fast Mark what? Mark 6? GR Supra. Alright, which was the highway? I believe it's this way. We can barely turn this thing now with the drag radials. By doing some chassis reinforcement, we're able to hook at the end of second gear. Before, we were hooking up in third gear. So there is a slight difference when it comes to more traction. The extra weight might hurt us in the top, top end. But down low, it's helping us. Dude just backed off. He doesn't want to race us. Whatever. He just wants to be parked on the side of the highway looking pretty, so we'll let him do that. Yep, the extra 100 pounds, you can feel it when you're going about 250 miles per hour. You can feel the extra weight. So I'm gonna take that extra 100 pounds out. It was launching just fine before that. It's hurting your top speed. I don't like that. It's making the car feel heavy. We don't want no chassis reinforcement. We're good. We're good without it. I'd rather have the fastest and the lightest setup. 2817, much better. This thing is fully drag oriented now. Barely wants to turn. That's okay. We got a different Supra for that. Alright, here's the thing. I feel like this thing can gain more top speed if we can modify the transmission. But since the transmission is stock, we can't modify it. So let me put a 10 speed in here. I know I said that the stock transmission was really good and we didn't need the 10 speed, but here we are, putting a 10 speed in here. All because we want to go faster than 260. Let's see if we can do 270. Up until 260, this transmission works fine, but the 8th gear is a little too tall, you know. It kills the power. The power band kind of gets interrupted because the 8th gear is a little too long. But with 10 gears and us being able to modify each gear individually, I think we can go faster. So here we go. Let me make the gearing a little longer because we have more gears now. It might not do 270. 267 might be the top speed here. Unless we make these gears at the end a little longer than what they already are. That might help us get close to 270. $266.9, so we might be able to do 270. We might. Who knows? Maybe on a downhill. Alright, let's see how the 10 speed does. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah, 10 might be a lot of gears, but we don't have to use all of them. I can modify the transmission to have some long gears, so we can top out in 7 gears instead of 10. But yeah, it's always good to, you know, go for the best and then modify it later. I mean, the stock 8 speed was just perfect. Only if the 8th gear was a little shorter. The first 7 gears were perfect, but the 8th was a little too long, and it wasn't able to carry all that power. Alright, the gears are too short. And we flipped the car. So, we're gonna make the gears long. Yeah, we don't have to use all 10 gears. If I do this, the car should top out in 8th gear. Let's try this. Or 9th. 8th or 9th. We'll see. Alright, let's take it back to the highway. We are going the right way. And of course the car doesn't want to turn anymore. Thanks to the drag radials. It just wants to go straight. I'd be really happy if it does 270, man. But I don't think that's gonna happen. 267? I just saw 267 there. So I think we're topping out at 267. Which is better than before. Definitely better than before. What if I make the gears even longer? So we're topping out in 7th or 8th. Alright. So this would be like pretty similar to the stock transmission. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this should be very similar to the stock setup. Yeah, we're gonna be topping out in 8th gear. We're not gonna be using the 9th or 10th. We ran out of room, so let's do another top speed run going the other way. And after that top speed run, we're gonna go do one of the championships. Let me just put a marker on it. We're gonna start with this one. Alright, I'm just gonna do a launch. No, we ruined it. Come on, give me 267 again. On the downhill at least. 266, 267, 268. Oh no, I wanted to do 270. I feel like 270 is impossible. We can't do 270 with this car. Unless we go with the V8, which has a little bit more power. Oh, that's nice. I got another Toyota, which is not a Supra, not a BRZ. I mean, not a GT86, but it's the Camry TRD. This thing is honestly so freaking fast. It does over 270 easily. We have a V8 in here, twin turbo V8, all-wheel drive, 10 speed, and we're gonna be driving this to the championship. This car does 0 to 60 in let me show you, in 1.4, and her top speed is 276. So It's one of my fastest Toyotas. And most people don't even expect this car to be this fast, you know? Because it's a freaking Camry. Alright, there's a Dodge back there. Let's see if the Hellcat wants to race us. Hey bro, you wanna race my 300 horsepower front wheel drive Camry? Trust me, it's fully stock. Trust me, bro. I still got the stock V6 in here. Let's race. It's a family car, man. You'll beat it easily. Looks like bro's busy, so we're gonna do a top speed run. Oh, let's do one more. I'm not happy with that. Move out of my way, bro. Alright, this time we're gonna make sure that it's proper. No wheel spin, none of that, and we're gonna have some perfect shifts. There we go. This thing moves, man. $273 like it's nothing. Oh no. Yeah, that's why you should never drive a Camry this fast, because you can easily flip it, man. After all, it's still a Camry. $277? It's just as fast as my older Supra with the 1600 horsepower, bro. Of course, doesn't want to turn because, you know, it's all-wheel drive with drag racing slicks, and as we all know, drag racing slicks are not really meant for handling. Let me choose a different car, something low-key, slow. Yeah, you can get the Civics to go pretty fast because they're light from factory, and once you get the power level up, they can be monsters. This is bone stock. We're driving this to the championship. We're done going fast. I want to get some races done so we can win the Mercedes E63 AMG. I love how this V8 sounds. The induction sound is crazy. Handles decent for a stock car that's pretty old now. Oh, those downshifts are so good. Damn. Alright, let's do this. So it's gonna be an online event. I'm down for that. Sounds good, bro. This event's gonna start in 30 seconds from now. Man, BMW used to make some great V8s back in the day. Some naturally aspirated V8s. They're all about turbos nowadays. Okay, let's pick a car here real quick. I don't know which one to go for. I'm going with the Z3M Coupe. You know why? Because I have a V8 in here. And I have tested out this car before. I used it for a different championship. It doesn't look the best, but trust me, the setup on this car gets down. Again, not my favorite car, but I know for a fact that the setup on here is pretty damn good, so that's why I went with it. That's crazy, bro. You put a 6.2 twin turbo in the Honda. For those that are wondering what I'm talking about, I'm just reading the comments off my Twitch chat. Because I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. Just so you know. Alright. I got some high hopes for this Z3M Coupe. It doesn't have the stock engine. It's got a Mercedes engine in it. All these guys are struggling with putting their power down, and here we are in a BMW with a Mercedes V8 and all-wheel drive, and a 10 speed. Just ripping it. Just straight ripping it, bro. Easy peasy, bro. We're already at first position. I told you, man. I told you the setup was good. We just need to drive better. The tires are still like stock, so that's why it's kind of struggling. But it has all-wheel drive to make up for that. And it's got the power. Dude, we got a nice lead on everybody. Because the track is damp and everybody's in like rear-wheel drive cars. That's why they're struggling hard. We're just ripping it. We got the C63 engine in here. The 6.2 V8. The C63. This is basically a C63 now. All-wheel drive C63. The NA63. It's crazy how the name is 63 but the engine is 6.2. Most people don't realize that. Bro, they're catching up. I gotta do better than this. I can't let people catch up to me. I mean, as long as my team, Team Blue, I'm okay with that. The setup works out really good on this car, man. Oh, that shift was smooth. That 4 to 5 shift. Even like the 5 to 6 shift. It shifts good. So even though it's all-wheel drive, it's a rear bias setup. So most of the power is going to the back. So we don't run into understeer. Because if you have like 50-50 power distribution, you're going to have some understeer. There we go. Team Blue won. We just have to do this one more time. Come on, Team Blue. Let's do this one more time and win the championship. After the championship, we do have 2 more to go. We're going to finish them all today. Round 2. We got this, Team Blue. This is a sprint race. Just one and done. There are no laps. It's not a circuit race. The track is dry this time, so even the rear-wheel drive car shouldn't have any trouble. So we need to drive better. Nice! Bro tried to do a pit maneuver on my car, but it did not work. Nice turn. Oh, almost missed that checkpoint. We can't be missing no checkpoints, man. Get out of my way, bro. Nice. Team Blue's gonna win again. Handles pretty good for what it is, man. Yeah, the braking is not the best. But other than that, not a bad car. Thanks to the Mercedes V8 and all-wheel drive. And a really fast shifting 10-speed. We finished second. Nice. Look at that, bro. Team Red only got 100 points. That's so sad. That's so sad, bro. Alright, what kind of E63 are we gonna win? Is it gonna be the latest version? The latest model? Or is it gonna be like an older one? I hope it's like 2018 and above, like a 2020 model. Oh, it's the older model, 2013. That's not bad either. I believe that's the first all-wheel drive version. And we won a Sylvia. Nice, a 94 Sylvia. I'll take it. That was a solid run, man. We won 2 cars back to back. Alright, let's check out that Benz. It's not the latest one, but it's still nice. So I actually didn't have that car before. Yeah, it's got some good power from factory. You know, nice power. 5.5 liter V8 twin turbo. It's heavy though. It's pretty heavy. But again, it's an E-Class, so E-Classes are usually pretty heavy. So I believe this is the first year when they released the all-wheel drive. Back in, what, 2013? Yep. So the latest E63, I believe, has a 4-liter twin turbo. Not the latest, the one before the latest. Because the latest one has a twin turbo V8 plus hybrid. But I'm talking about the one that wasn't hybrid. But this was like the last big V8 twin turbo E63. After this one, they reduced the engine size. It made more power, but it was a smaller V8. And is this a 7-speed? I believe it is. Yeah, it's a 7-speed. Sounds so good. More than a decade old, but still looks really good and it sounds amazing. It's got the traditional E-Class look to it, you know. Long body. It's a long wheelbase, man. And this is the facelifted version. It's got the LED DRLs. Because this E63 model, like the 2010 one, I believe, or like 2012, there were a few 6.3 liter V8s. Oh, sorry, the 6.2 liter V8s, but it was still called the C63. And then they ditched the NA V8 for this bi-turbo V8. Let's see what RPM it revs up to. 6,900. Looks real classy. I like it. Even though it's a 7-speed transmission, since it's a 2013 car, it feels a little sluggish. Bro, imagine doing some weight reduction to this car and putting a 10-speed in here. Oh, dude, this thing would fly. It's got understeer. It's got understeer, bro. First of all, it's front end heavy. It's nose heavy. You got that big twin turbo V8 up front. Plus you got all-wheel drive on top of that. So you can't really get the tail to kick out. So it does have understeer. It drives very similar to like an Audi RS6. The older Audi RS6. Not the new one. Alright, let's drive this thing to the next championship here. So we can get a good test run in this car, you know. See how it performs. I'm gonna set a marker here first so we can get a nice run on the highway. Actually, I'm gonna set a marker here so we get to enjoy all this part of the highway going up towards our championship event. I'm not gonna modify this car just yet. I just want to finish the championships first. Even the launch control feels kind of sluggish, you know. It doesn't launch like the newer C63 or the E63. It takes us time to launch. There's a little delay. Even though the shifts are not like lightning fast, but the shifts do sound good. So much understeer, bro.
Arrived early, but the next Horizon Arcade event will begin shortly. Enjoy!
This thing is made for the Autobahn. That's crazy, bro. I mean, if you look at the S65s, they're a little bit bigger than the E-Class, and they do have the V12 in there, so there's that. So it's definitely a 200-mile-per-hour car from factory. That's really nice. Most cars from factory cannot do 200. This thing is made for the Autobahn, man. This thing is made for the straight roads. Even though V12s make more power, I prefer V8s. Just because V8 sounds so much better. Especially in like sedans and sports cars. If you're going for like a hypercar, then V12s make sense. Oh, money shift. Money shift. Alright, let's drive down there. That's true. Like the Pagani. Paganis use V12 twin turbos. They use the AMG V12s actually. But there are a few that still use V8 twin turbos, you're right. I feel like most supercars still use V8 twin turbo setups. Most supercars. And when it comes to hypercars, there's a lot of them with V8 twin turbos and a lot of them with V12 twin turbos. And of course you got your Bugattis and all that with W16 quad turbo setup. Plus, they're implementing hybrid systems these days, you know. This car sounds like a freaking boss, man. The gear ratios are so long. I have one of the Miatas with a V8 twin turbo in it. That thing goes so freaking fast, bro. But yeah, I don't know if you can put a V8, a V12 in there. I've never tried. I don't know if that option is available. But like, if you look at the engine bay, it's pretty freaking tiny. This car looks really good. Wait, it almost launches better when you just like dump the clutch. when you do a full throttle launch instead of using the Forza launch control. That's way better. All right. Yeah, you're right. I believe there's a video on YouTube. Somebody put a Hellcat engine in their Miata, and like half of the engine is sticking out the hood. It looks so funny. All right, we got a few options here. We need to choose an A-class car. And we don't have that many options. We have 5 options. I mean, 5 is good. The question is, are we gonna go with something light and less horsepower, or something that's heavy and has more horsepower? This RS6 is stock. And the Focus RS is also stock. Oh, this one is not stock. 2,700 pounds, almost 400 horsepower. This is not stock. The Honda is also not stock. It's slightly modified, but it's front-wheel drive. The S1 is a pretty decent option. It's a small little car, and it should do pretty fine. We got some rally tires on here, that's the thing. I don't think this is a rally race. I don't want to go with the RS6 just because it's stock and heavy. Super heavy. Yeah, it has more power, but it's super heavy. So that leaves me with Focus RS. I think we should go with the Focus RS. It's pretty balanced. It's all-wheel drive. And the wheelbase is not as short as the S1, so it should handle a little better. And it's lighter. It's also lighter than the S1. Alright, I'm gonna go with the Focus RS that's slightly modified. Not the stock one, but the one that's slightly modified. It's light, it's all-wheel drive, it's got decent power. I'm down for it. I'm gonna go close my window. It's getting cold in my room. I'll be right back. And I'm back. The window was like literally slightly cracked open, and all the cold breeze was just like making me cold, bro. I don't remember putting a 10-speed in here, but we have 10 gears. It's no longer got the 6-speed manual, which is fine. Because I do have 2 of these cars. The other one is still stock. I might have picked out the wrong car for this race. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. No, this is definitely the right car for this race. This is definitely the right car for this race. We finished first. That was a great comeback, right? That was a really nice comeback. This car did pretty good. Wow, the RPM comes down so slow. It must have like a really heavy flywheel. That's a sign of a heavy flywheel, bro. Alright, where's the next one? The next one is over here. Alright, we're gonna drive a different car there. This is good for the championship, but not good for just driving around. I want something different. The 2018 M5, yeah. I like how this car drives. Porsche Panamera? Looks like one. Yep. That must be a stock Panamera, man. It's having trouble keeping up. He also went off the road. I think I'm gonna go with the Focus RS again. It did pretty well in their last race, so why not choose it again? M4, get out of my way, bro. Let's chase down that C63 and pass him. That C63, of course, has an horsepower advantage, so that's why he's going really fast. But we'll get him on the turns. That's where this thing shines. The turns, you know? It's a handling monster. Oh no, we messed up, we messed up. We wasted so much time there, crashing into things. Man, did I miss that checkpoint? Oh my god, I missed that checkpoint. No. No, why did I miss that checkpoint? It's game over for me now. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna restart. That was so sad. I almost had the C63, but I missed that checkpoint. No. Okay. It's all good. Stuff happens. We gotta keep on moving. We gotta keep a positive attitude and keep on moving. We can't be missing no checkpoints this time. Nice power slide. Final lap. Alright, we're gonna be finishing second. I'm totally okay with that. That C63 did pretty good, so it deserves the first position. It's all good. I'll take the second. We finished first in the first race, and now we finished second in the second race. And we have 36 points altogether, so does the second player, the second opponent. So in the next race, we really need that first place so we can win this championship. And I'm thinking I might go with the S1 in the next race. Alright, where's the next race at? Let's get this done. It's hiding right here. 2.6 miles away. Yep, let's choose a different car. The R8 V10 Plus. What's the difference between the regular R8 V10 and the V10 Plus? I need to do some research on that. The faster we go, the slower this car gets because of the aero. This car is mainly focused on handling, not for top speed or anything like that. This thing is a handling monster. Okay. This time, I'm thinking we go with a different car. Let's go with the Audi S1. Why not? Why not? Let's try it out. I think it's gonna do just fine. Even though it has dirt tire or rally tire. I believe they're rally tires. I don't know how they're gonna perform on the pavement. Alright, let's try it out. It's got more power than the Focus RS, for sure. Even though it has a little bit more weight, but the overall power to weight ratio is better, I think. And it shifts faster. We're already in first position, man. This car is good. That C63 has no chance. Unless we mess up. So let's focus on not messing up here. And try to maintain this first position. Almost messed up there. And that's also because we don't have the right tire compound. Everybody's just right behind me, man. I can hear that C63's V8. That's how close he is to us. But we won. That was an easy win, man. Easy win. I'm glad I chose this car. Dude, there's only like a second behind me. Second and a half. Which is a lot in racing, honestly. Every even tenth of a second matters when it comes to racing. So how do you say this brand's name? Xpeng? It just feels wrong saying that. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. Is that an electric car that we just won? Sounds electric. Yup, 0.0 liters. So this must be like a Chinese EV. I'm not 100% sure, but sounds Chinese to me. It's got a nice shape to it. I like the body shape. Whee! And that's it! Alright, I'm done using this car. Oh, do we have Brembos up front? Dude, it's got Brembos! That's nice. So that's the only good part about this car, that they give you Brembos. Other than that, I don't know what it looks like. It kind of looks like the brand new Prius from this angle. But when you look at it from the side, it looks like, I don't know, a BMW i7? Is it the like new i7? The electric 7 Series? But it's not as long as the i7. Prius i7, and the front looks like, I don't know, Model Y, but with a unibrow? I don't know, bro. It's got a nice look to it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make fun of this car. It just looks like 3 other cars at the same time, you know? Yeah, it's a nice looking car. Too bad it's an EV. Or else I'd have more fun with it. Alright, we still got one more championship to go for, so let's find it. I believe there was a third one, right? There were 3 to begin with. We only did 2 so far, is that right? Or did we do all of them? I think we did all of them, bro. Did I lose count? Oh no! There is the third one with the Volvo V60 reward. Alright, let's drive up there. Bro, EVs in this game are so funny, man. Like, they're next level funny. Like, some of them are fast, like the Rimac Nevera and the Concept 2, but the rest of them are just, they're alright. I really like this build. The 718 KMN GTS with the 4-cylinder flat 4. This is a nice car. I like it. Rear-wheel drive, rear engine, Boxer 4 engine. It's the baby 911. I believe the Rimac Nevera, or no, sorry, the Concept 2 does have 2-speed transmission, which is pretty rare for an EV. Usually EVs are only 1 speed. I love the turbo sound in this car. Alright, I really don't want to take the dirt road, so we're gonna continue on this road that we're already on. I love Porsche interior, man. It looks so nice from the inside. Very race oriented, you know. Nice big gauges. Yeah, they don't have analog gauges anymore. They're like half digital, but they still look good. Here, I believe we have our TAC as analog and rest is digital, but it's made to look like analog, if you know what I mean. Focus with the wide body kit, trying to do jumps. That's valid, bro. After all, you're in a rally car, so have fun. You know that meme? Understandable, have a nice day. Bro, they're really making us go on this dirt road for some reason. Oh, because we have to go to the top of the hill. Okay. Oh, I see. So, since we do have to take a dirt road, I got the perfect car for that. Maybe not a car, it's a freaking Jeep. Where is my Jeep? My Trail Cat. Not a Hellcat. I mean, it's got the Hellcat engine, but it's the Trail Cat. With the 6-speed manual transmission. Alright, since we're in this Trail Cat, we don't have to go by the rules. We don't have to drive on the actual road. We're just gonna take a shortcut. This thing is bone stock. Man, it's just eating up this trail like it's nothing. We did have to downshift to first gear because we were losing power. And now we're spinning all fours, but we're making it up the hill. Dude, that was a steep hill. That was a freaking steep hill, but we made it up the hill easily. Alright, let's keep on going. Oh! Wow. That rock really camouflaged with the background. Oh, the freaking boulder, bro. Oh, no, 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 no. Please, get some traction. Get some traction. Get some traction, man. Yeah, I don't think it can go up this hill. It's too steep. Too steep for this Jeep. Oh, wait. We're making some progress. By the way, I'm all in. The throttle is fully floored. Okay, this might not work. What if I go like a little sideways instead of going straight up, you know? Use some physics. The key here is to not spin our wheels, just to go at a steady speed. And is it gonna work? No. Alright. Mission failed. Alright, we're just gonna follow the regular trail. That might be faster at this point. Let's do this. Luckily, I do have a car for this event. And it's honestly the perfect car for this kind of event. Wait, what kind of map is this? Is this a... like a custom map? Or is this made by Forza? Hmm. I like this, dude. This is new. This is special. It's actually kind of cool. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I almost shifted into the racing gear there. And we started going backwards. So this is not like a time trial or anything like that. We just have to finish this event and we win a Volvo. I like that. Oh. Is this a jump or something? No. Thought it was a jump. Nice little drift. Oh no! This is definitely a fun little track. Well, I don't think it's little, but the roads are pretty narrow. Oh, we're driving on ice now. Oh, maybe it's water. Okay. Looked like ice. And finally the finish line. What kind of Volvo did we win again? The Polestar. Alright, everybody. It's been a fun session. I think we're gonna call it a night here. I just want to thank everybody for joining and watching the stream. We are going to be playing more Forza in the next stream, so stay tuned for that. We might just drive around, do some highway racing, and if a championship pops up, we'll definitely complete that. And yeah, we're going to be modifying the E63 that we want today in the next stream. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching again. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.